today I tell you how the fuck to get better at NBA 2k17. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yo, what's going on? Primal Pack, it's your boy Kovatic back. I know I missed last week. I apologize to all of you guys who sincerely missed me, but we are back. So I'm gonna go online here. I made a video about 3 days ago for this, but I'm a dumbass and I deleted it on my Elgato. So yeah, that's always fun. But I mean, it's pretty much was the same. It was supposed to be me. Supposed to be a challenge where I tried to take this terrible Knicks team and win an online game with it, and I did. But I was basically giving tips and tricks. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically give you guys a full game of me playing it, and I'm gonna give you guys tips and tricks on how to get better. My credibility is when I was playing game battles heavy, I was ranked top 10. I don't remember my exact placement. I'm gonna estimate. I think I was looking at 12-2, or no. When I finished, I think I was 15-4. When I just was bored of this game. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to make you the best player ever. It's gonna take a lot of practice. But what this really is gonna do for you is kind of show you, like, this video is really for, your average player. Now, if you're good, if you consistently win, but it's for the player who wins 50% of their online games, for the player who wins less than 50%, a little over 50%. How the fuck am I playing another Knicks guy? I don't know, but we are. And really, so what you want to do, and this is, so these are my settings, like this, but and I don't use this playbook either. If you are new and you don't really use to play calling, you don't need it for defense, but definitely turn offensive play calling on auto. It's really gonna, kind of show you how to run things. If you don't want to do that, I'm still gonna give you a couple things that you can do on offense. I don't run a ton of plays because I don't really use a ton of plays. But yeah, you'll see what I mean here in a bit. Yeah. So now I'm not just going to spit a bunch of information at you that I don't use. I'm only going to tell you things that I use that I know work. I think that's very important. Now, I wouldn't, also, if you're not that good, and I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, and if you're good, you're average, you're below average, or if you're great, or if you're awful. I'm thinking if you're good, you're going to get a thing or two out of this that I think can really help you. If you're average, I think this is going to put you into that good scale. And if you're good, this could put you into that great scale. If you're below average, this is definitely going to at least, if you practice this, you're going to get, I think anyone who can put this to use consistently and play the game a lot can become good. But I mean, if you're below average, you're going to just see a huge, massive increase, because there's going to be a good amount of stuff in here that's not going to take a ton of skill to be good at, but a lot of skill to master. Okay, now I haven't played any online games in the past 2 days, so I haven't played really any games in the past 2 days, so bear with me. But so first things first, on defense, whatever you do, and I'm begging you, do not put yourself in the 3-2 or 2-3 zone, because it's too easy to really, I guess, expose. I don't know why. Oh fuck. Okay, hold up. I didn't fix my coach settings. Alright, there we go. So I like to run a 5-out. I think a 5-out is very important because it sets you up for a great drive and dish. And if they don't drive and dish, which just wasn't a very good example. Here, Courtney. That went in. Okay, I'll take it. But 5-out is very important. But defense is really what I like. I like the half-court press the most. I don't do a ton of modifications here. Do not do traps. That's another huge thing. I've seen people who know what a trap is in real life into it and hoping to mimic what it's supposed to do, but it just doesn't. But you can see here, like, with the 5-out, yeah, that didn't go in. I understand that. But with the 5 out, you can get that open lane on a drive. Even this guy's running, he knows what's up. Um, so yeah, there's that. Uh, you can do Anthony pick and rolls and stuff. I'm gonna give this to Carmelo here, and I'm gonna go ahead and call an Anthony isolation. You need to know your play styles. That's another really important thing in my opinion. If you don't know your play styles of your players, then you're in trouble because Carmelo Anthony is a very big, and if you've know anything about basketball, Carmelo plays an isolation style basketball. I don't know why they didn't go in Kristaps. Come on now. Also, know who you're playing against. So if you're playing against the Knicks, they're going to be a much better inside team and mid-range team than a outside shooting team. But Kristaps and Carmelo can hit the outside shot very well. Like, look, that should be money. 2K is a terribly made game, so it wasn't, but he should hit that. Okay, hold up. I know what this guy's doing. I need to. Oh, I didn't even do my defensive settings. That's another thing. So I don't like to do deny because especially against a 5 out, it's a lot easier to expose. I like to force him in the middle personally. Some people do prefer a baseline. You have to kind of figure out that. Double team perimeter on drive. I always do that. And switch rules. I don't need to mess with that. I think that's all we need to do here to really put us back in a good position. Um, I per so yeah. I think I'm gonna leave you guys with that to start. We'll get into some more as more comes to me. Like see here, like if I had a good player, wow, I'm just not playing well at all. Maybe I should have got a warm up game in first. I don't know why I used the Knicks. Oh right, 'cause I'm doing a challenge. Okay, come on, Derrick Rose has got to make that. I got the over the back foul, but I got the point. That's all that matters. Um, Also, mid-range shots in this game, if it's not just a step or two in, if it's closer than that, though, they usually go in. I mean, even you saw with that Courtney Lee shot, they're just good. And you can see with that press and the way my defensive settings are set up, you see a lot of turnovers. Alley-oops are usually a good move to go for in that situation. It didn't go in that time, obviously. Um, I can't believe I just continue. I was just going to leave you guys that. That's okay. Alley oops are a solid move. They usually will go in, not with people guarding them, but on a good cut, something like that. That's when you want to go for the alley oop. And it's not a sign of disrespect to me, unless you're up by a bunch. As long as you do it in the right area. Now you also have to have some decent basketball knowledge. You have to know about swings, stuff like that. Don't make full court passes. You can make half court passes, but not running. Just basic things you need to know. Like I said, there's going to be things in for all skill levels here. Let me get that to Mello, and let me call a player or two here. Let's space the floor out. Let's just run the smart play here. I don't need to. I like smart plays because I don't know a ton of good plays in 2K. That's not what I personally do. But as you can see, I mean, I know he wasn't playing great defense there. But this is how a lot of people's defense is in 2K. And passing for that matter as well. They really just do not know what to do. They're below average defenders, just not fantastic at it. I forgot Courtney Lee has a good 3-pointer, but the mid-range is a lot more safe. 3-pointers in 2K make people very angry, including myself, because a lot of people miss wide open, which leads me to another really important point. If you take a wide open shot with someone and they miss, and then you do it again with someone who should hit the shot, by the way, and I'm not talking about like if I took with Hernan Gomez, and they continually miss on good releases for like 3 or 4 times, 2K's algorithm makes it so in that game they are not going to be shooting well at all. You're going to make very low percentage amount of your threes. It usually doesn't affect mid ranges, but if it's falling, then you can expect it to consistently fall. Like, for example, Kristaps missed his first 2 open, which is an issue. I'll probably give Kristaps another 2 chances, and after that, I'm going to probably stick with strictly mid-range with that. And actually, when I first talked about this, I was talking about it for a video that I didn't use, and it wasn't the one that I deleted. I just didn't think the game was good enough to use. I actually realized I wasn't always putting my practices into effect as much as I should. And it made me a lot better of a player. So even like someone who had like you might want to talk to yourself about what you're doing. Even if like you don't like my style, but you have your own style, I would recommend you doesn't even like you don't have to make a video about it and watch it because I didn't watch the video because I didn't like the video. But even if just talking about what you do, what your settings are, why, if you give yourself that why, it really gives you a better perspective of what you're doing. Um, Another thing, if you're anything like me, a lot of times you won't be able to score with your bench, just because they don't. And defense will get a lot more difficult with your bench, and that's not because you're a bad player. Um, obviously, obviously, there's issues that you need to fix with it. I've gotten a lot better at it. But the fact of the matter is your bench cannot execute what you do nearly as well as why is it doing that? I'm trying to okay. Let me call a fist 15. I don't have enough time to run a play. That's such a bad shot and a bad release. With your bench, also, in my opinion, if you know decent plays to call, which I'm in the Cavaliers playbook because that's why I use online the most because I think they're the best team to use in 2K because LeBron is literally unstoppable. I would find the plays that you like the most to run them. I don't really remember it because, like I said, I haven't been playing game battles in a while, so I haven't even really been touching plays. Just for the sole fact that it's not worth it to me to touch plays because most people online aren't as good as me, and that's not a disrespectful thing. It's just because I have a lot more knowledge about the game. I can play like I'm playing casual right now, right? I'm not trying to hard mode. I'm not even talking about the game. I'm talking about how to get better. So there's that. Um, Let me go ahead and Quinn. Another big thing you need to learn, and the best way to learn this is to go on 2K, make a post score. You don't have to get his stats super good, but play on rookie, casual, on 100 game speed or whatever you want to play on, and grind all of the post scores badges. It'll help you put it into effect in a game, and a lot of people don't know how to defend it. Um, like with Kristaps, for example, like he's so good with that. So I can really use it to my advantage. Wow, why is Kuzminskis doing that? No, that's ridiculous. So yeah, like that also is with play styles, right? So Kuzminskis, he's not a great offensive threat, but he's not a great player in general. He definitely feeds in the post the best. That was a bad shot. And I mean, and then after you grind those badges, though, I would recommend like putting it on a Hall of Fame, or even like a All Star or something, and just practicing it. I think it's something very important. A good way to perfect your craft is to use a post score because post is so underused. Like I remember being in 2K, I was like, oh, I don't need a good center because I'm better with guards, but your guards can get locked up a lot easier than your centers in 2K. It's just how it is. Can you please make that or not? God damn. All right, hold up. This team's just not performing well. And actually, that whole show all plays isn't a bad thing to use. I actually use it from time to time, and I might use it in this game because I can't recall my plays. And that's when I usually use it. But some people, I mean, if you use it all the time, that's not a bad thing because you don't have to follow your plays. It's just a nice reference point to use. So actually, I'm going to use it. Like I said, it's not a bad thing to use. Um, it's something I usually don't use just because I don't need to use it when I'm, playing heavily. I remember my plays and everything. I just don't, I don't use plays often. Like I like even when I'm playing, can you really not make either of those? But even when I'm just playing 2K professionally, I don't usually even call too many plays. My 5 out usually works, but there is times I call plays. for the fact that sometimes you need to, but that's the reason I don't memorize my plays. It's just not something I need to do in order to be successful at this game. I already know he wasn't going to make either of those, and I might just start hacking for the rest of this quarter, honestly, with Courtney Lee or something. Like, oh, if Noah gets that ball, I'm fouling the shit out of him. I ain't even gonna hold you. Oh, that's a good ass shot. But the Knicks are trying. Foul! Oh, too late to foul. God damn. I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I just got my starters back in, so we need to go ahead and let's run. Let's run the smart play, I guess, because I don't. Come on, Melo. Melo should make that. That's fine. Send. No, not him to the line. I felt. Don't understand right now. All right, I'm struggling, so I need to kind of focus in a little more, because I'm not playing that well. And this is the reason why most of my games become close, is because I don't pay enough attention. I don't know why every spot for Derrick Rose is a cold spot. Okay, can I get a cut, D-Rose? Thank you. Like, Derrick Rose needs to make that, and that's just one thing I don't understand sometimes about 2K, and that's one reason I think if you're going to start with any team to play on 2K to get better, it needs to be Cleveland. And the reason it needs to be Cleveland is for the sole fact that Cleveland, it's going to give you a good enough variety. They're not going to miss at the line. Okay, good job, Courtney, because I was going to say. But yeah, Cleveland, LeBron gives you that inside presence. You have a lot of good 3-point shooters. Obviously it's the one of the two best teams in the league. Them and the Warriors. But I don't like the Warriors as much because they're not going to give you a post presence. And I think in 2K it's very valued, especially for a new player, to have that guy who can get rebounds, because the fact of the matter is you're not always going to shoot at a super high percentage. So it's very important to have that. Like I said, these are my opinions, and I think they're the right opinions for some things. There's things like you don't have to follow me, notch by notch. Don't change your game to the point where you're not having fun either. Now, I know a lot of people are going to tell you, like I watched a Jay Cannon video. He said the 5 out is too cheesy. It's not fair. It's true to an extent. There's a way like people run it to make it unfair. Um, but there's ways to modify your defensive settings to fix that. I haven't ran into a problem with my defensive settings on stopping it. I think it just is the point, and that's nothing against Jay Canada. He's right. There is things in the game that are broken. I run the 5 out because I think it's a great way to just get an easy drive, like that one-on-one type of aspect, and that's what I think it's good for, is that one-on-one type of aspect, because what it really does for you is like that one-on-one drive, and I don't think like you'll play a game, right, and you'll run a 3 out 2 in. When you drive, you're gonna get double teamed on the drive so much, and that's why I have that, because people struggle with double team on the drive. And he thought I was gonna shoot that, but we'll take that easy drive every day of the week. And and that's one thing as well. Like I said, I'm just kind of speaking information. I've probably repeated a lot of things. I've probably messed some things up, but I'm just really trying to give you guys as much information as I possibly can. One thing is like when you shoot a lot and it goes in, like with Melo. For example, like when he's wide open for 3, you saw him pump fake there, and the reason he did that is because I could have shot that, but since he pump faked, I had the easy drive, and the drive's always better. And this guy's locking up my 5 out. I might switch it up. I'm not positive. You need to adapt in the middle of a game. I want to address zones really quick. I know I mentioned that in the beginning. A 3-2 zone, the reason, and same with 2-3 zone, is it's exposed easily when someone's on the baseline. And that's just unfortunately how it is. You can put a guy on the wing and a guy on the baseline, and they're going to have a wide open 3 every time. And no matter how fast you want to close out, they're going to have a wide open three. And if it's a good 3-point shooter, you're in trouble. And 5-out destroys 3-out to win every time. Come on. All right, we'll take the easy foul there. We need to go ahead and sub our bench in after the next dead ball, because these guys are getting tired and they need to be able to play the whole fourth quarter. So usually I'll go starters for the, like when I'm using Cleveland, for example. That was a good shot. I'll use starters full first quarter, then I'll do bench full second quarter, then I'll do, sorry, I had to burp. Then I'll do, come on, Mel, you missed that though. Then I'll do starters first 3 minutes out of the 5 minutes in the third quarter, and then I'll do bench the last 2 minutes, and then starters all the fourth quarter. So the starters play most of the game. Yeah, voice cracked, whatever, fuck you. All you guys making fun of me. That's Mello. Like, Mello doesn't miss that, 2K. But yeah, and that's how I break that down as well. So, so I would also recommend, if you needed to do a substitution, fouling's not the wrong answer unless they're in the bonus. So yeah. Oh wow. Also, that's one thing I forgot to mention. I still recommend it. This guy doesn't do that, but most of the guys you will play online will literally just sit here and click square over and over, and it's really annoying, especially if you're getting ripped every time. The way to prevent that, and Joakim Noah does not end one anybody anymore. Sorry, I get a little mad at 2K sometimes, but the way to prevent that is literally do this. Just do dribble moves, and he won't be able to handle it. And then he'll get out of position. Then you just do a spin move. I'm going to throw it up here to Kyle Quinn, who's an idiot and just did the dumbest animation I've ever seen. But you see my point. Kyle Quinn doesn't shoot threes. See what I'm saying, though? He just did a nice move there. Ooh. That's what I like to see. We're playing some good defense. Hell no. Oh, Quinn up to Lance Thomas. Lance Thomas pull up. You're damn right. Also, you gotta learn your timing of whatever team you use. 2K puts a lot of emphasis on timing, and they have to, because the fact of the matter is, if you could literally do any release with Stephen Curry, and it would go in because of attributes, there wouldn't be any skill gap, meaning, you know, basically the game's made for dummies. 2K does need to make fixes to their shooting, because their shooting was awful this year. But that's just the fact of the matter is, if you don't have your timing down, you're not going to be good. Because your shots aren't going to go in unless you're making like 70% of your layups or 60%, which isn't going to happen because you're not going to get to the rim that many times. You're not going to make that many of them because most of them are going to be contested, especially if you realize you can't shoot. And when you shoot, they miss. So yeah. That was good. That was really good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He's playing solid. I'm not playing well at all. I'm definitely rusty. And then, you know, 2K likes to make you miss wide open, so that's always another fun part of my job, is playing 2K and watching them fuck you over. But that's okay. So going into the fourth, I think I've addressed everything I want to address. So I'm really just gonna focus in here, try to make this comeback. God, this team is tired. Okay. Let's have Melo eat, most likely. Ooh. Come on, D Rose. You couldn't make that pass for real. Why? I hate 2K. Why do you do that? So often you just have people standing outside or out of bounds for no reason. Like, he had an easy cut, and I was just going to give it to him, and he was an 8. I don't understand. And, like, what is Hernan Gomez doing? What animation is that? He just trips over himself there? I don't know, man. 2K makes some dumb things in their game. That's one thing I should just fucking the whole video on is how to stop 2K, how to stop getting fucked by 2K. My problem is I just don't know the answer to that. Like, why? He has tireless score. Amelo is the mid-range god of our fucking... Like, this is 2K. This is the game we pay $60 every year for. Someone's going to pay $150 for this game next year. Dude, they're charging 150. Just don't understand. And then, like, you're telling me Carmelo just cannot pass out of shots? Are you fucking kidding me? And then, like, alright. I need to take a fucking deep breath because the fact of the matter is this game just... This game just makes me so angry, dude. On levels none of you guys can imagine. Because I just know how bad the game is because I play it. This is why I stopped playing this game competitively, dude. It really is why I stopped playing this game competitively. Is because of how bad this game has gotten. I mean, this game is just so poorly made. And I mean, I even say that when I play, like, and I'm winning. Because it happens for me. And I'm like, why is that stuff going in? Like, that doesn't make sense. I mean, everybody in the community has the same opinion that this game is poorly made. And it's just unfortunate that 2K doesn't have passion. They don't care. That's a charging foul, which is good. But, you know, like, he's shooting 62.5%, and I played good defense. I play good defense every time I play this game. Hernan Gomez, go ahead and drive in there. Kick out to Melo. See, like, I didn't click behind the back. I clicked crossover. Like, those are basic things 2K really just needs to fix. Alright. Well, I'm just going to play the rest of this game out really quick, I guess. It's like I went for a pull-up there. He went for a drive. Like, 2K. Come on now. You guys are better than this. Like, 2K. Dude, Melo's missing a wide open free throw. I mean, like, come on, dog. And then I don't understand. Let's go. Come on, today. I guess this guy's at least proving to my point how effective my offense is. Because he's running my offense, essentially. Like, see, that's a steal. That's a block. But, you know, it just doesn't happen. Like, he just did a scoop layup. And Hernan Gomez moved out of the way. Like, that's the issues with this game, dude. But it's okay. It is what it is. I understand I lost this game, guys. I did make some mistakes myself, but the fact of the matter is you know, there's just certain things I can't control. I can't control wide open missed shots. I can't control the AI not sticking to his man. They really need to make a setting because Titan denies to the point where you can't guard anybody, and Tight's really the only other option. They need to make a setting where they don't leave their man on anything because they weren't driving when they were double teaming. And that's what my settings are. But it just doesn't work, unfortunately, in this game. Like, see, like, why does he cut so slow? And, like, we don't get to steal there. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then, like, that's a foul. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, he really did go straight up. But it is what it is. There's a certain, like, I'm going to make a 2K wish list next week for you guys, I think, on this channel. I don't know what he's pausing for. But that's what he's really looking at the box score. Is this what we're doing? It's okay, though. Yeah, so I think next week I'm going to make you guys a wish list because there's a lot of things I would like to see 2K fix. Because, you know, It's just not a well-made game. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, Melo just missed wide open three when he's been making them all game. Like that whole thing where if they don't make it the first 4 or 5 times and they don't make it for the rest of the game, they take it to another level, but that's accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not inaccurate. That they just stop. Like someone has a bad shooting night. But I mean, I've kind of showed off that this offense can be ineffective. Um, there are holes in this defense, but honestly, overall, this game has been a poorly defensively made game. I don't know if that's really the right way I was supposed to say that, but it is. It's just how it is. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, offensively, there's just flaws. Defensively, there's flaws. It's just a flawed game. But I'm not going to get into everything they need to fix this game because I could very easily. But unfortunately, come on, dog. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, there's no foul there. He had his hand right where the ball was supposed to be to block it, and it didn't block. And he's doing scoop layups. I would like to see, and I get, like, I think I'd really like to see a ability to control how you defend. Like it would really create a real skill gap. How you go for a layup, like you know how when you dunk, you can hold it back for a flashy dunk, hold it forward for a conservative dunk. You can hold forward for a what's it called? There you go. You know, you can hold it up for a reverse layup, but I would really like to see there be a scoop layup button, something like that, like a scoop layup, a hard driving layup, a go for contact layup type of thing. But that's a whole nother video. I get we lost by 14 here in a tips and tricks video, but you can't win every game. And it wasn't, it wasn't the kind of team I use. I'll probably next video with my wish list next week. I'll give you guys like a full me try hard moding with Cleveland, just showing you guys really how I actually play. I wasn't doing everything to its best, unfortunately, but that's okay. I do hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smack that like button, subscribe to the channel. Link down to my channel will be in the description. And I hope you guys did enjoy it, even though I lost. I know at the end I kind of got ragey, and I don't like to get that way, but 2K really drives me to the point of anger because it's a bad made game. So I hope this did help you. I know it was really not well organized, but I think you can get a couple good things from it. I think for new players, the number one thing you need to do is that you need to make sure your offensive calling is automatic. You need to run a 5 out. I think that goes for anybody. If you want to take your game to the next level, you really should run a 5 out. I think you need to. I love the half court press, but if you're new to 2K, I wouldn't run the half court press because it takes skills to run the half court press, and that's nothing against you. It's something you have to learn, something you have to adapt to. I actually won. I don't know if I recorded it, but I won a game battles game because of the half court press. I've won a lot of games because the first game I ever used it, I switched between halfway. That's the game I realized trap didn't work, and that press worked really well. It creates a lot of turnovers, especially for your average player. They just kind of panic and get turnovers. I messed up a lot. I would definitely do smother and tight because deny is to the point, like I said, if you hold wide, they're gone. Tight's your closest way of hoping they don't leave their man. That's a really flawed thing about 2K is they will double team in the bad position, give wide open layups and dunks, as you see several times in this game. And in any 2K game that you look up, that's a full game. And other important things is you need to know shooting algorithm and you need to know your releases in order to be successful. Yeah. Play style is another important thing you need to know. But really just watch this video a couple of times if you didn't get it all in one. And I'd understand if you didn't. You can kind of skip through, obviously the fourth quarter won't matter. You didn't really give them any tips and tricks in that. Post game is very important. So I think the next 2 weeks, what you can look forward to is next week I'll make my 2K wish list. And the week after that, I'm going to make you guys, what is it called? How to be better with your My Player. just basic things you can do. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys took at least 1 or 2 things away from the video. If you did, make sure to smack that like button. Yeah, anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Anyway, until next time, it's been Covatic.